Live League Game of the Day, featuring PDawg954 as Hawke versus ThyTryon as Hawke.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Sammy Original Guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another Live League Game of the Day. Today, folks, is a tale. Once Upon a Fence is the map we are playing on today. We have ourselves a Hawke mirror between ThyTryon and PDawg954. Private Detective AWBW954 in the house. Today, we got the silly Hawke faces. We are ready for a match, folks. We are ready for a match. Now, when we take a look at this map, folks, it is Fog of War. It is triple base. It is airport. It is comm tower supported. And in addition to that, we also have a lander and a black boat covering the HQ to prevent any sneaky HQ cheeses, folks. Because just when you think that you can't HQ cheese a map, well, you could probably HQ cheese a map. So we're not going to be doing that today, folks. But we can see here we do have a lander, which is going to be able to funnel these back line units over here. So in theory, this could potentially be a very interesting matchup because there could be more than one strong side, folks. You could turn this into a strong side for this army over here. You could turn this into a strong side by sending all your units all the way up. Now, it will take a little bit longer to get those units up, but boom, 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 you can send them over here. So you don't really know where the strong side is going to be on this map because it's Fog of War, and you have no idea what your opponent is going to be doing, which is one thing that makes Fog of War a very, very interesting game mode, folks. Sometimes players that aren't necessarily as good as other players, in theory, can outplay better players because Fog of War is a heck of a drug, folks. Anything can happen in Fog of War, and we're about to see what's going to happen in Fog of War. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. Band bomb on the first few days, folks. You all know the deal. It's the standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field. It's number one priority in Advanced by Web, folks. Number two priority in Advanced by Web is make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot Live League action. Alrighty, folks, here we go. We got a property being capped right now. Fantastic cap. 10 out of 10 would cap again. Going for the port now, Mr. PDawg954. Going for the standard capture chains, you know. You gotta love a good standard capture chain, folks. You gotta like it when, you know, you can just look in a direction and you just see naturally the way that your units are supposed to go. It's a great feeling, folks. It doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but when it does happen, you feel pretty good about it. Now, ThyTryon. That's not his name. It's ThyTryon. ThyTryon. Or maybe ThyTryon. I don't know, folks. Who would be named Ryan? That's weird. Alrighty, folks. Let's carry on with the match. Got the properties being captured. We got the recon on the field, folks. Most important recon of the game. First recon, always the most important recon of the game. You got to get it out there. Got to get that vision. PDawg is now deploying 2 infantry with his lander. Fantastic. And has the recon on the field, folks. We got that vision right now. It's beautiful vision. You love to see it. And we're going to be loving to see it because, like I said, vision is great and you need it. You need it in Fog of War, folks. You can't necessarily rely on the old tank vision all the time because you cannot guarantee that you're going to be able to see what you need to see with only tanks who can only see 3. I'll say that 10 times fast. All right. Boom. Got the comm tower being captured right now. Infantry rushing forward. Now, all things considered here, it would appear that PDawg is attempting to turn this into a strong side. Strong right here, folks. Look at that. Got the strong side over here. Now, ThyTryon, it's hard to say what he's turning into his strong side right now. He doesn't really have much presence, but I like this right here. I would say that he's probably going to be putting the majority of his forces down here. This is my prediction, folks. I think he's going down here and he's going to try to grab this corner. This recon over here, I think this recon is mostly just for vision and probably to prevent these properties over here. Like this property and like this and maybe even this, they kind of fall to this side over here. Whereas these corner properties can be denied if you're quick enough. So that's what I think is going on, folks. I didn't actually watch this game. I have no idea what's going on. I just got it suggested and they were like, yeah, here's a game. There's some tactics involved. I don't know what the tactics are, but they're tactics, folks. So we're going to find out together what kind of tactics we got here. It is now day 6. Day 6. Got a tank on the field over here from ThyTryon. Beautiful tank. Beautiful little tanky boy. And it looks like the tank and infantry are being dropped down over here. So now, just as I thought maybe PDawg was turning the Western Front, that's the one, into a non-strong side up here that now it has a tank. But you got to get a tank on each side. You got to get a tank all over the place. You got to get tanks everywhere on the map. If you don't, well, you're just going to eventually run into a tank and then it's going to make you cry. And you're going to get sent to the crying corner. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to get sent to the crying corner. This is kind of an unfortunate move over here from Tryon. I feel like maybe this might have been a misclick because putting it right here and opposed to putting it in a position right here where you could immediately get to this city, I think it might be a little bit of an error. Maybe he's worried about maybe a recon being somewhere. I don't know. It's possible, folks, but whatever. It's fine. It doesn't really matter too much, but I am a fan of being able to capture properties. Seeing as my capture game is normally fairly atrocious, I do try to prioritize getting some captures when I can. You know, you got to get that income. I feel like if I maybe planned out my games a little bit more instead of just full on yeeting, maybe I might be higher rated. But I don't know, folks. You know, you never know. Sometimes when I plan things out, I can do pretty good, but most of the time I'm just like, whoa, I'm just gonna send this guy over here and I don't care what the result is. But you know what? That's what it's all about, folks. Sometimes you just gotta play Advance Wars just for the sake of playing Advance Wars. Alright, so we got the artillery on the field now over here from PDawg954. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. I don't mind the artillery. It's kind of an open map for an artillery, but you do really got to get some indirects on the field when you're playing live. I mean, it is really good to be focusing solely on like direct combat, because direct combat is going to be far more devastating than a artillery or an indirect, but the setup in live is very, very good. And if you can force your opponent to not be able to just willy-nilly attack you, well, one thing, you'll be able to gain time on them, and two, you'll be able to just position yourself a little bit better. So try to throw in at least like maybe one artillery in your mix, people. It does help out quite a bit. But if you can't do it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just play the game how you want to play. It's your game. It's your game, folks. You do whatever you want. All right. See? He could have maybe had this property. Maybe. Like if he had gotten there, like PDawg might not want to interrupt this property. I mean, he might just go and interrupt it anyways. But if he was sitting there capping, there's the possibility that maybe he would have been able to get this property. But now he's in a position where he's behind a property. Now, however, that being said, he's going to capture some properties next turn. Like Orange Star, ThyTryon. He's going to cap some properties. He's going to be perfectly fine in the long run here. So let's see. Both players have now entered aerial combat, folks. We got the battle copters on the field. The pesky little mosquitoes of Advance Wars by Web. They are here. There is no world right now where PDawg's recon survives this turn. There's no world where it works. There's no world where it survives. This is a gone recon. A gone recon. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if he goes for it. He goes for it. All right. One thing that he could have maybe did, he could have went in with this tank and attacked and then used this tank to sit on the city. I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that could have been okay, but obviously Mr. Orange Star over here doesn't really have any knowledge of what PDawg is doing. He doesn't really see him right now, so you can't really fault him for anything like that. But it is actually a good rule of thumb to try to occupy city tiles when you have the ability to do so. But is PDawg the kind of guy to go up and just park himself on a city and take a shot on the tank when he has absolutely no idea what's hiding in the shade? Maybe he is. We're gonna find out together, folks. I mean, he's obviously going to have to use the 4 HP infantry in order to scout, but he knows that there's a tank there, so he might go for a little scouting mission and see what's going on. Let's take a peek in the shade. Yeah, he takes a peek in the shade, and he takes the engagement. There we flip and go, folks. All right. He's got no backup for that tank, though. That's a little bit of an issue. He's got no backup for the tank right now, so potentially he might be losing that tank, and I think he's probably going to lose that tank. Yeah, there's the double. The double and the recon coming in, taking out the infantry. Okay, so now we're gaming here, folks. We got multiple KOs on the field. 29 units to 30 units. I think ThyTryon right now is definitely ahead when it comes to the overall unit count. But things can change, folks. Things can change on a dime, especially when you're playing as Hawke. But ThyTryon, oh my lord, this is a classy man. He busts out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. Not the strongest units. Okay? The medium tank is not the strongest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. I've never really stated that it is the strongest, but what it is it's the gosh darn classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. Beautiful. Oh my god, that artillery damage. Boom! Just takes him out of existence over here. One shot in the recon. Taking out the infantries. Oh, going in for a big flipping attack over here. Alright, multiple infantries have been deleted out of existence here. And PDawg is running away from the north because he doesn't want to fight into 2 tanks. He knows there's 2 tanks up there. He knows that it's not worth it to go and fight into, so he's not going to do it. He busts out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web, folks. Oh my god. It's like, do these people, do they see each other right now? Are they stream sniping each other? I don't know. I don't know, folks, but oh my god. Like, they both build the medium tank on the exact same day. Both go for that tech up right away. They must watch my content, folks. Must watch my content. I'm telling you, the medium tank movement is taken off. More medium tanks have been introduced into Advanced Wars by Web since the start of the Classy Boy takeover. So I'm very, very happy about that. Get the medium tanks on the field. Keep it classy out there. Let's see. Let's see it happen. Boom, there it is. The big old medium tank drop over here. Beautiful stuff. All right. Has a 15k left in the bank. We're probably going to be seeing a battlecopter, maybe even an artillery build, recon battlecopter. Still good. Still good. I like it. Whatever. It's fine. We got the vision. Got the vision. ThyTryon, though. Oh my god. Look at this push he is doing down south right now. This is an absolutely devastating push. He's threatening not 1, but 2 caps. 2 caps over here. This guy, he's not going to get it next turn. But this one right here, that could potentially go through. But it's not going to go through because there is an artillery right here that can shoot on it. But if the artillery shoots on this, it's doomed. It's absolutely doomed. There's no way to get to the tank then. So PDawg's got choices to make here. He's got choices to make. It's like, do you interrupt the city and then lose your army, or do you pull back and wait for more army to show up? I don't know, but he's got the biggest reinforcement here, folks. He's got the biggest reinforcement coming. It's the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. All right, he does not pull back. He is showing absolutely no fear. He smells a capture. He smells a capture that he can get right now because he's also dropping the medium tank. Not pushing up north. Doesn't want to do that. Nope. Builds the mech. The mechanized infantry is on the field, folks. 13 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock. ThyTryon, 16 minutes, 52 seconds, 21,300 funds in the bank with 22,000 per turn. 2 comm towers and 30 units. What is he going to do? What is he going to do with this amount of units? He strikes a tank. That's what he's going to do. He's a tank striking kind of guy. That's what he does. And he strikes the artillery. Very nice. Oh, that's... That might be bad. That could potentially be really bad for Mr. Orange Star over here. Medium tank going up north. Okay, so I would probably prefer the medium tank to try to get down into like this position over here. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? There's 2 possibilities here, right? I mean, he doesn't know what's right here, but he sees these guys right here. So my guess is try ThyTryon or ThyTryon. Oh, I'm never going to be able to get that right. I'm guessing he thinks that the army is right here, right? And what he's thinking is PDawg is going to try to make a play, surround this property here, destroy this guy, and probably try to capture that property. I think that's what he's thinking. That's why he's moving the medium tank here in order to counter that. But moving the medium tank here would cover the center also. But either way, that's what he's thinking. Without a doubt. He thinks that everything is hiding right in that convenient little corner. PDawg954 with 29 units, 118,600 value, 21 properties per turn, 2 comm towers, and 25,200 income. What is he going to do this turn? He has to make choices, and he's got lots of them. So let's see. Let's see what he manages to do here. Oh, snap. We got a power, folks. We got the Black Storm. Wow. All right. So Black Storm does something really, really interesting here, folks. And I'm just going to point this out here real quick because we're dealing with a 130% firepower Hawke on a day-to-day basis. With the power, it's 140%. That guarantees a KO on a 9 HP copter. So these copters, they're gone. They are gone, folks. And look at this. Even a copter to a tank is 77 to 86% damage. It's pretty high. A plane just flew by. It's pretty high and a plane just flew by. Oh, does that stop the capture though? 10, yes it does. Ooh, nice. 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 Beautiful. Medium tank moving in, doing that damage. That's what I'm talking about. All right, get the medium tanks on the field. 2 mechs on the field. All right, the Macho Mechs Randy Savages. They are on the field and they are ready to go. Another battlecopter on the field. Now try ThyTryon. Or, oh my god. The Red Hawke. The Orange Star Hawke. That's who he is. Maybe I should just call him Tryon from now on. We're just gonna call him Tryon. Tryon. Let's see what he manages to do here. Anyways, he's in an interesting position. Oh my god. So, because PDawg used his power, that means now he's going to be able to either hold his power or use his power in response, which will leave PDawg at a disadvantage long term. But the other problem is he doesn't really have too many attacks. Like he doesn't have anything to follow up a power usage, so I don't really think that a power usage is necessarily good to do right now. The only way that I could see it being like relatively good would maybe be if he actually managed to have the super. If he got the super, I would say yeah, definitely maybe pop it, but if it's just the power, it's not really going to do much long term. It'll sap a little bit of funds, but if you can't really get any KOs with it, it's not really necessarily too worth it. But PDawg definitely moving in right after that, taking out multiple units here, eliminates the infantry. Has just completely wiped out the south portion of the map here. Pretty devastating, not gonna lie. But Mr. Tryon has the super. He's gonna have the super. If he wants the super this turn, he can have the super. But he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna hold. He's gonna hold off for a little bit. Builds the classiest unit of the sky, though. He builds the bomber, folks. Builds the bomber. Very nice. Very nice bomber. Let's see what this bomber decides to do. What is a bomber gonna decide to do? I don't know. But it's gonna blow something up. Oh my god, the amount of gray. The gray flood. It's looking floodish. Another mech. There we go. Mech spam. That's what we're... This is content. This is what it's all about, folks. It's all about mech spams. Oh, he's leaving the 2 battlecopters exposed. Oh no. 2 battlecopters exposed to try and destroy a recon? How did that not destroy the recon? Am I missing something? Oh, because they're both at 9 HP. My god, you know what? I would honestly almost consider just sacking another unit just to take out that recon, because if you're gonna put 2 battlecopters that far forward to try and destroy a recon, but it just survives, they basically just... They kind of just failed the mission, and they're gonna get destroyed. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That is actually super unfortunate for Mr. Tryon. But at this point, it's day 17. He's gonna be able to use that super, and here we go. This is it, folks. He's got the super. Does the 2 damage global, 2 damage healing. Let's see what he manages to do. Takes out a mech. Takes out a mech. That's what he took out. Straight mechin'. Oh, wait, hold the phone. What's this? Yeah, he can't reach. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I thought maybe he could reach. Ooh, the bomber. The bomber's moving up, folks. There we go. All right, infantry moving up. Trying to regain some ground here. I'm definitely, at this point, I would be wanting to put a lot of my units over here and make sure that we clear this area. But I'm also kind of bad at Fog of War, so I don't know what I'm talking about, folks. All I would do is just spam medium tanks, which is what Tryon is doing right now. He got another medium tank on the field. That's what I'm talking about. Get the medium tanks. Oh, PDawg follows it up with a power, which basically makes it even. Neck and neck right here when it comes to HP gain and loss. So there we go. Doesn't have anything that can take out the bomber at the moment, though. So that guy's going to be able to just hang around, causing damage, doing mischief for the next little while. Both of these players are doing... Oh my gosh. I was just going to say, both of these players are doing really, really good on time. And then all of a sudden, PDawg's time drops by half. 6 minutes. That was a big turn. He must have been thinking about that turn pretty hard. He's thinking with his brain. Full noggin action over there, folks. That's what he was doing. Tactical noggin action. Oh, bomber shifting over to the other side of the map. Clever. Very clever. Let's see if this plays. Let's see if this works out for him here. I'm very, very, very inclined to find out what's going to happen. Beautiful placement of the 2 HP infantry, by the way, right on that mountain. It's a very clever spot. It allows you to see way too much. Absolutely way too much. Oh my god. The sheer amount, the knowledge, the insight that this infantry has right now is far too much. It's the kind of insight that would make you go mad, folks. He knows too much. He's the flippin' Eye of Sauron over there. Now, Tryon making a huge death ball down south. Lovely. A lovely death ball. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the capture. Holy moly. PDawg now coming in with... How many flips is that? Potentially 4 flips? Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, potentially 4 flips. That could be devastating. I would even possibly say catastrophic if he manages to get all these flips. And he's going to get 1. Like, guaranteed to get 1 of these flips this turn. But is he guaranteed to get 2? That's the question. Now, PDawg did do a pretty big attack over here on the western front as well. Now, let's see if Tron is able to capitalize on this. Maybe take out a good chunk of the army. Yeah, let's see what he manages to do here. All right. Well, he's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Okay, beautiful. All right. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, hold on. This could be bad. This could be bad. But PDawg doesn't know that there's a bomber there. He doesn't see the bomber. And I don't think it went in vision of anything. So we're going to find out. We're going to see. Because there's a line. There's definitely a line here where the anti-air could destroy the bomber, which would be very, very sad. But the other thing that's very interesting about this turn is we got the this guy right here. Got him. Rocket. And as we know, rockets tend to get bullied on this channel. They do get bullied. So we're going to see if that trend continues here, folks. We shall see. We shall see if it continues. Alright. PDawg gets the flip. Threatening 3 more flips. Oh my god. 3 more flips. Alright. Oh my god, he sees it. He sees it. Oh, he goes for it. Oh. The bomber is gone, folks. I don't even think the bomber got to attack anything. That's it. Yeah, we lose the bomber. We lose the game, unfortunately, folks. Very unfortunate for the bomber. But very fortunate for PDawg954, who is the winner. ThyTryon. Fantastic game. You did your best, my friend. You did your best. And you played well. Congratulations. The only sad part about this entire game is that we never actually got to see the Rocky get bullied. But maybe the Rocky got bullied in spirit. And that is a possibility, folks. But hopefully you all enjoyed that one. And if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. If you want to submit Live League games of the day to me, you can send them to me on the official Discord, or you can join my Discord, link in the description below, or send me messages on Advanced by Web. My name is Mr. Cannon. Until next time, folks, take care, and bye-bye for now.